Welcome to Side Roads. I'm Carlos. This is a 2026 Honda Passport. It's brand new, completely redesigned, and completely refocused. Let's see if it can do what Honda wants to do with it. The 2026 Passport comes with a 3.5-liter V6 engine that produces 285 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. The engine is paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission. All Passports are all-wheel drive standard, and this all-wheel drive system has been developed for extra 4x4 capability. It can tow up to 5,000 pounds. The Passport competes in the mid-size two-row SUV segment, and there are few vehicles there, but I have chosen the Toyota 4Runner and the Jeep Grand Cherokee as the main competitors because now the Passport have this rugged look and the mechanical additions to compete against the more 4x4 oriented vehicles. But let's remember, we have there vehicles like the Nissan Murano, the Mazda CX-70, the Chevrolet Blazer, which I don't think is what the Passport is going after.
Safety features for the 2026 Honda Passport are things like Honda Sensing Suite of safety features, collision mitigation braking system, cross-traffic monitor, forward collision warning, lane departure warning, lane keeping assist system, low-speed braking control, road departure mitigation system, and blind spot information system with lane change assist.
Fuel efficiency for the 2026 Passport is 12.6 liters per 100 kilometers city and 9.9 liters per 100 kilometers highway, which is 18 mpg city and 23 mpg highway. Price for the 2026 Honda Passport starts in Canada around the 60,000 Canadian dollars and it goes up to 64,000 Canadian dollars. In the US, the Passport starts around the 48,000 US dollars and the top trim goes to around 53,000 US dollars.
The interior on the 2026 Honda Passport, all the materials are soft and high quality and very nicely put together. The support points are really nice too. We have two different memories for two different drivers and all the windows are one touch up and down. The steering wheel comes wrapped in leather with contrast stitching and there is a lot of orange contrast stitching around the car, which makes it really alive. Then we have a 10.2 inches digital gauge cluster. You can find this in plenty of the Honda products and it's really nice, it's really clear. You can configure the information that you see there and you can also change the design a little bit there. This is fine, all the messages come through there. I like this system. And then we have a 12.3 inches brand new infotainment screen here. This is the biggest one that Honda has and it has this one in the Accord as well. So the icons are big and easy to use and easy to read. It's pretty simple but very functional, and you have here Google integration with Google Maps and Google Assistant, and you also have Alexa integration. The system also allows the functionality from Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and we have a 360 camera, which is one of the better ones I've seen in Honda products. There is a volume knob here too, and I like how this is long here, so it's the best screen. I think Honda should move to this in all the vehicles. Then we have the air conditioning control here that are all physical buttons and easy to use and easy to reach. This is perfect. We have a small cubby here, a tray here besides the wireless charging, so you can charge your phone and carry stuff at the same time. Two cup holders. Our electronic shifter is push button, which I'm fine. You can find this in several products from Honda too. This is okay. I prefer a regular shifter, but this is pretty easy to get used to. And then we have the drive mode selector here. Honda has an intelligent traction system, which are the drive modes. You can have in the Passport Sport, Normal, Econ, Snow, Trail. By the way, when you put it in Trail, the camera turns on immediately so you can see what is around if you are off-roading, especially you have sun and you have tow mode as well. All these are pretty cool and pretty handy to have and enhance with the 4x4 and adventure capability that the Passport has. The center console is massive and the glove box is on the average size. The seats are really comfortable and they are heated and ventilated, and in this particular trim I love that they are combined between dark gray and this brownish color with the orange contrast stitching. I think you can get them in black with the orange contrast stitching too, and they are perforated in the middle and have some extra details and the TrailSport badge here on the headrest. Really nice. And we drove for the channel the Honda Pilot, and it's pretty much the same cabin, but it was all black, so it was lacking something. With here, and we have this extra trim in the doors, what this does is bring the cabin to a different level. It's much nicer. The contrast makes a visual interest here. I really like this much better than what I liked the Pilot. We have this tray here too, which is pretty handy for extra storage. We also have a panoramic sunroof. I fit behind myself based on my driving position, and there is plenty of space for my knees and my height. The seats are comfortable. There are air conditioning, controls there, and vents, and the back seats are heated. The trunk I find really big. This is a wide car and a tall car, and the opening is really big, so there is plenty of space there. There are big pockets on the sides for carrying big items without being moving around everywhere, and there is under storage on the side and at the edge, so it's pretty practical. I really like this cabin. It's really straightforward, it's pretty simple, it's very ergonomic, and now with the addition of the color, to me it makes it completely different. Really nice.
So, how is to drive the 2026 Honda Passport? This has been a very nice surprise for me. It's just such a nice car overall to drive and to have. And I'm coming this week from another car, a luxury brand, and I liked it and everything, but the brands are adding so much technology to cars that they are starting to feel weird to drive. This one feels normal, feels old school, feels right. Let me start with the suspension. The suspension is soft. I don't find it as soft as a Honda Pilot we drove, so please watch that video in the channel too. I like this one better because while keeping the softness and the comfort, is so comfortable to drive around and in the highway everywhere. This is a very comfortable car. It's not that floaty. It's still floaty, but less floaty than what I felt in the Pilot. So maybe a perception, I don't know, but I like this. I prefer more tie-down cars in general, but I'm loving this week for some reason. Maybe I'm tired and I needed like a super soft, comfortable ride. I don't know, but I really like it. I can totally see you can take long trips in here. This car is wide and it's big, so it has presence. You feel safe on it, and you have so much stuff to store your stuff around, your dogs, your family, whatever. So really nice. The suspension is soft, it's really comfortable and really nice to drive around. I like this for this week. And it fits this car perfectly too. And remember, this is rugged and somehow 4x4 oriented, so you want to be comfortable in not such smooth roads too. And I think this suspension will do that, no issues. So very nice. The cabin is well insulated, it's class average, I will say, is comfortable enough. The level of noise here, I don't find it the most insulated out there, but remember we are driving in all-terrain tires and they are beefy and they look cool. The wheels are one of my favorite things about this car, and well, even with that you can hear them a little, but there is no, the transmission doesn't, the suspension, sorry, does an amazing job limiting the vibrations and the roughness of the pavement and the road into the cabin, including the all-terrain tires, and that applies to the noise. So it's good. And I think in this car, people want to feel alive. They want to feel the road. They want to be part of the element, especially off-roading. So it's perfectly adequate. I wouldn't complain about that. And I don't think I can complain about anything in this car. I really like it. The suspension, oh my goodness, the steering, it is really nice and soft too, so easy to drive. Again, this is a big car, so it makes it driving it around town and in general situations pretty easy, but it's very well calibrated too, because in the highway I didn't have to do a lot of corrections even though it's so soft. So Honda has done a pretty good job there too. And to me, this car is, after the Civic, this is so far my favorite out of the Honda lineup. And Honda is lately, like, they were so focused by developing this, and I think they reach a level of not perfection, but almost there in terms of what they wanted to do with this car. I really like it. The transmission is a 10-speed automatic transmission, and it have been doing a pretty good job. I also had another car for the channel with a 10-speed, and I was, it was okay, but I could notice the things that I don't love about 10-speed transmissions here. If I didn't read it in the specs, I wouldn't know. So it's a very well calibrated 10-speed transmission too. It does a pretty good job combined with this V6 engine. I think it's fine. I like it, and downshift quick enough, and of course upshift pretty quick too, to give you the better fuel efficiency, but it's not, it's with you. When you need something, the transmission is there with you to make the changes depending on what you want or what you need, and I like that. I feel like I'm in control and the car reacts exactly how I want the car to react, so I like the transmission too. The seats are fine, really comfortable, and the cabin is really comfortable because it's such a wide vehicle that you feel like you have all this space and feel spacious and airy, and it's really nice. And then we have visibility. This is somehow a square-off vehicle, and it's tall too, and again wide, so the windshield is massive. The window has a pretty good size there. I can see everything. There is another window between the C and the D pillar for extra visibility. The D pillar is pretty thick. The back window is big enough. I have full coverage from my rear mirror here. The side mirrors have the perfect size. I like that. You have blind spot monitoring too, and a 360 camera. So you have all the visibility that you will ever need in this car. And then we have the engine. So the engine is a V6 3.5 liter without turbos, and it produces 285 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. To me, this is a pretty old-school engine, and I'm saying that in a good way. It feels natural, it feels easy to live with. You know exactly how it's going to react. There is no, of course, there's no turbo lag. It's just well done, and I think perfectly adequate for this vehicle. I really like it here. I think it's a good pair. I think it's moving this car with no issue with the size of this car. It's a little bit baby even. I think because all cars are now turbo, I miss a little bit of the extra torque there for takeoff, and that part I think I'm missing out of the engine, but it's nothing, because it makes it so easy to drive. This car is so normal. Anyone will get used to this in 2 seconds driving it, and it will feel great. This is not exactly my typical setup of cars, but I'm in love. I'm totally comfortable. I will buy this. This car has something that is special, and makes you want it. Well, everything, also the looks, I think it looks fantastic in the outside. The design is great, the intention of this car, what they are trying to do here, amazing. So I like the engine. Passing in the highway was fine. I think it's adequate. I mean, if you want more power, there are more power options in the market, but you will never be disappointed here. And once again, sorry, I'm repeating myself, this feels so normal and it's a fresh air here. It feels so right, this car. So we said at the beginning of the video, this car is intended by Honda to compete. Before, the Passport was like a shrunken version of the Pilot. Looked the same, and it was just a two-row SUV. It was something extra in their lineup to offer to people. Here with the 2026 model, they are bringing personality and intention and focus to the Passport. I think it looks fantastic. I think it's so rugged and so unique. You see it and you know this is an adventure vehicle. All the elements makes it stand out. It's so wide too that it's different than anything else. It doesn't look like a Pilot. I just think it's great. It's so smart from Honda to develop this product. And it's going against cars like the Toyota 4Runner and the Chevrolet Grand Cherokee. Maybe it's not all the way there in all the 4x4 true capability, but when they launched this car, they invited all the press and the content creators to drive them around very tough terrains and a circuit that they created there, and it was fine. Everybody was amazed by it, and apparently it has enough to take you off-roading. If you want hardcore off-roading, well, maybe you do need a 4Runner or a Grand Cherokee. But remember, the Grand Cherokee lineup have more luxury than 4x4 fully oriented vehicles, and the 4Runner, even though it's 4x4, you need to get in the TRD Pro for really hardcore off-roading. All the rest will be a all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive vehicle like this one with the extra capability. I like this. They didn't go all the way, which is fine, because you see this car and you want to go off-road, and you see things and you want to go to the dirty road and not the regular road. You have this adventure experience, even though 80-90% of the time we will drive it in the city. It's just great. I applaud Honda for this. This product is amazing, in my opinion. So yes, the Passport can take on the main 4x4 ready mid-size SUVs, which are legendary products in the market. But Honda has done everything to make sure the Passport now is taken seriously.